A Reclamation of Evil. The creation of this film occurred during a dark period in Lars von Trier's life, where he is going through intense depression as detailed in Lena Badley's book, Lars von Trier Beyond Depression, Contexts and Collaborations. Antichrist is a very personal look that reflects his own inhibitions about women in power. This leads to the film's central question of how does this fear of female empowerment manifest and what can be done to stop it. This is through a reframing of patriarchal culture, or what is thought of as the nature of the world, as fundamentally evil. A quote from Linda Badley on the film. And so, while marketed as an urgently resuscitative emergency film based on his experience of mental illness, Antichrist was a uniquely rational production, a conscious attempt to tap the unconscious. In Linda Badley's Antichrist, Misogyny, and Witch Burning, the Nordic cultural contexts, evil is seen to be something culturally different in the context of the film. As Nordic cultures were forced to accept Christianity, there was an underlying question in modern times on if there should be a return to traditional pagan beliefs. In this context, the evil of she is based on Christian standards, standards which lead to her death through being burned as a witch. This then raises the central question of the film. In a society that not only permits but admires acts of subjugation, torture, and violence against women, could it not be better to seek out evil as an alternative when none other is presented? In Antichrist, touch is a very important aspect of the film. Many of the most important scenes portray physical intimacy through a variety of forms. Touch is a very important tool in both sides of the battle for power between she and he. Throughout the film, we see he use reassuring touch to control his wife and force her to listen to him. However, there are also multiple instances where sexual touch is used by she to control her husband and overcome the overbearing patriarchal subjugation of her life. Although sexual intimacy is used by she as an attempt to overcome the lack of control in her own life, this is eventually seen to be unsuccessful in the film as chaos ensues, leading to her cutting off her clitoris and he killing her as a witch. As touch was an attempt to convince her husband to accept her, this mutilation is a rejection of his control over her, a castration of both him and herself. As she has rejected the patriarchal Christian society her husband is deeply ingrained in, through this ultimate and irreversible act of bodily mutilation, he kills her as a witch, something seen as purifying in the strange and surrealist ending, which I will include linked below.